gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the
Can't
world.
handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
All right, hello, buddy. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. I don't know what happens sometimes. Like, I get up here and I forget what I'm doing. I forget what the show is, what I'm doing here. Anyways, got a singles match here for you. Got an interesting singles match here because we got Tom Houseman going up against Albert Wiradharma. I'll be completely honest. I'm not 100% sure the last time Albert was here. Last time he was here, pretty sure he did a hell of a job. Last time we saw saying TKO Jack. All right, good. Jack needs that. Okay, and we got Tom here. Last time we saw him was actually in our trios pick'em tournament. Unfortunately, he came out a little bit on the short side of that. I believe he finished second. So it's like the match didn't even happen. But I'm sure he's eager to get back in here. But yeah, that's enough setup. Go ahead and bring in first competitor. You got Albert. How you doing,
Hello.
Albert?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this match. Yeah, Tom. I'm not too familiar with his work. I am familiar with his manager because that manager betrayed me apparently, and I just found out today. Can't believe Spence decided to manage Tom here today and left me on the dust without even telling me. So we'll see what happens. I'm at a disadvantage, but I'm always at a disadvantage my whole life. So we'll see what happens.
Okay then. Yeah, like Albert said, here's Tom, and yeah, here's his manager today, Adelaide Spence.
Sorry, Albert.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I just watched Albert's last match today, where he KO'd Jack, and so I'm rooting for him now. Anybody who beats Jack that bad is good in my book.
Am I the only person who likes Jack? Have I just missed some
I like Jack.
I like Jack. I just like seeing him get whooped more.
I'll say, Albert is one of my very good friends. I've gotten drunk with him. I've seen his knees. We are bonded. However, I think when it comes to trivia, I have to champion my horse, And I think Tom is a very good horse. He's like a stallion, if you will. I don't know if you're Italian.
Anyone has ever said to me.
Chicagoan stallion, you're like the hot horse from Tangled. I believe in you, Maximus.
Oh, I love it. All right.
I want to see you succeed, and that's what I'm here to help with.
All right, adding my new nickname. I'm the hot horse Houseman.
Bring it back, Cody. New nickname.
Yeah, he won't before that. All right. See you later. See you later, Spence. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started over here. Round number 1. It's gonna work like this. Gonna get 8 questions, 8 general movie categories. Gonna have 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of the time, I'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. You're gonna get a point for each correct answer, and if any one of you gets all 8 correct, you will receive a bonus question also worth a point. You also get 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Anything else before we get started?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's get started. First question comes in the category of the 2000s. What 2000s horror film features characters that, after narrowly avoiding an accident that would have killed them, separately die by hanging, being run over, explosion, decapitation, and being hit with a sign all throughout the film? That is a lot of clues. And I just realized after I finished it, they very much needed to hear that second part of the question. Could have been several of them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, Albert, which Final Destination movie did you put?
I put the original.
All right, Tom.
Yeah, I didn't overthink it. I said Final Destination.
Good on both of you. It is the first Final Destination movie. That is correct. Going into your next question, the category of animated. Who voices Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story? I got to point out something because I feel like anybody who watches at length in this, so they're like, hey, how come people really hate Jack Pinchuk? I don't think it's like people hate him. I just think they look at him and they just think they're supposed to hate him. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tom, what you got?
Mr. Potato Head would survive a Final Destination movie. I believe it's Don Rickles.
Albert.
Don Rickles.
I don't know about that. Don Rickles is correct. So still tied up 2-2. Going into your next question, the category of romance. What 90s romance film is about a best-selling romance novelist who has OCD falling in love with a waitress? Like every great romance. Sitting there, mulling away on your stories, falling in love with a waitress. Yeah. 90s, what a time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going back over to Albert.
I don't have anything.
Tom.
As good as it gets.
Truly is as good as it gets. That is correct. So Tom will take the lead there, 3-2. Going into your next question, the category of actors and actresses. Johnny Weissmuller, Gordon Scott, Casper Van Dien, and Alexander Skarsgård have all played what fictional character? Yeah, Johnny Weissmuller. I think that's how you say his name. So it's got a lot of syllables. Anything with like more than 2 syllables, and I'm like, I don't know how to spell it. I think maybe I'd be better at it. I'm just not. 5, 4.
Repeat the question.
2. All right, that is Tom's first repeat. Your question again. Johnny Weissmuller, Gordon Scott, Casper Van Dien, and Alexander Skarsgård have all played what fictional character? Going again on that one. Yeah. A lot of people here. Yeah, but 4 people up here. I know, like, 2 of them. I mean, like, I think if one of them is just staying in front of me, there's like a 50-50 chance I know who he is. I'd also wonder why are they in my house. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tom, you get anything?
I said Dracula.
Albert.
I'm guessing this based off one person, Tarzan.
It is, in fact, Tarzan. Yeah. I can only tell you one of those. So apparently they all play Tarzan at some point. So yeah, we're all tied up 3-3. Going into your next question, the category of family. In Hugo, aside from being a toy maker, Ben Kingsley's character had what specific profession before the Great War? Guess we didn't like it's fine, but I mean they probably referred to it as the Great War. They were just thinking, hey, like we're probably only getting one of these wars. And then at some point we decided we liked it so much we're just going to give it a sequel. So we ended up doing that. Was it 20 years later? I don't remember history. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Albert.
I didn't finish writing.
Okay. Tom.
I said filmmaker.
I don't believe I can accept filmmaker. What I have here is film director.
I equate filmmaker with director as like synonyms.
Okay. So you got a challenge?
Kind of challenge, yeah.
Be right back after this challenge.
Is that a challenge?
All right, we're back after the challenge. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, and we have decided that filmmaker is correct. So with that, Tom will be getting the point for that question, and you'll retain the challenge. So going into your next question, round number 1 comes in the category of war. 1956's War and Peace is set in what country? There you go. Got to put some type of thing before here. You just got to put a country. There's a lot of them, so like a lot of choices. But like really, I mean, really, we ask about like 10 of them. If you know like 10 countries, like you can probably get like most these round one countries, and just being completely honest. Just, giving helpful tips here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yeah, Tom.
I said Russia.
Albert.
I said Soviet Union.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna accept that because of the time period. I'll accept Russia and Soviet Union.
And should I challenge that? Because it's set in the 19th century. That country was not called the Soviet Union at that time.
I think if you do that, it's super nitpicky. But even beyond that, like if someone were to like, I know before we've asked for like, what's that movie called? With come and see. It's like, oh yeah, it's Russia. It is the Soviet Union or the USSR. They've always been lenient with that specifically. So I think that if it applies once, it applies always.
But like, I haven't seen Come and See, so I don't know when it's set. But like, if a movie is set,
what I'm saying is like with Russia specifically, they've always been flexible with what they've called it. So I think you would lose the challenge.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Okay, we keep going. Your next question comes in the category of Oscars. What is the only acting Oscar that Everything, Everywhere, All at Once did not win? Oh, there you go. 1 and 4. Just pick one of them. Don't write down 2. I really hate that. I just don't want to deal with that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Albert. Where are we going?
I think I messed up. I said best supporting actor.
Okay, and Tom.
I said best actor.
Best actor is correct.
That's right.
That Tom continues on 6 to 4. Going into your last question, round number 1. Comes to the category of musicals. Who stars as Zach, the choreographer, in A Chorus Line? Oh yeah, that's right. I got to talk for one more question. I feel like I used all my best stuff already, and it wasn't even that good. We were just ending on a real whimper here. Usually, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tom.
Michael Douglas.
Albert.
I got nothing.
Michael Douglas is correct. With that, I got Tom getting a score up to 7. Albert's at 4. That we're going in our round number 2, which is our wheel round, in which both players will get a chance to spin our wheel. If they like what they land on the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again, but they must keep what they land on the second time. Gonna get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece, or they can check down multiple choice for 1 point apiece. There is stealing, so please, everybody watch your asses there. The categories on today's wheel are football movies and Haley Steinfeld, which are our strength categories on the wheel, as well as Oscars, animated, recent releases, horror, romantic comedies, action adventure, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, bring it in, Ellie, because Tom is ahead, so it's up to you whether or not you want to spin first or defer.
I think you're doing real good.
Thank you. I'm mad about the Tarzan question, but it is what it is.
I had no fucking clue.
And no one can prove that Tarzan isn't a Dracula, so something to think about. I'll go second.
Yes.
Okay. Bye. And Albert, first spin.
All right.
You land on animated. You keeping that or spin again?
Let's keep it.
Got it. Okay. And taking off. And yeah, here are your questions in animation.
Okay.
In Bolt, what type of animal is Rhino?
Rhino is hamster.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. Who directed The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Tom Selleck.
That is incorrect. Going over to Tom for the 2-point steal.
You're very close. It was Henry Selick.
Oh, okay.
That is correct for 2 points. Albert, your next question. The fraternities and sororities play Capture the Flag in what location on campus in Monsters University?
Library.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. In Grave of the Fireflies, Saita and Setsuko are set to live with which member of their family after their mother dies?
Oh, okay. I've only seen this once for reasons, so I'm gonna go multiple choice because I don't remember.
Multiple choice options are, is it A, grandmother, B, aunt, C, cousin, or D, sister?
Aunt.
That is correct for 1 point. Dice at the game. So here's your last question in animated.
Mhm.
Keegan-Michael Key voices which character in Transformers 1?
Oh goodness. Michael Key.
Five, four,
I'm gonna guess and say Bumblebee.
2. That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, that does finish up Albert's turn. Gets the score up to 11. Tom with the steal is at 9. So at that, bring back up the wheel. There's Adelaide back as manager, and here is Tom's first spin. Would you land on Oscars? Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
keep it.
Take it again. You're only 2 points down, so if you are unsure,
Yeah.
multiple is totally fine.
Yeah.
You got 2 repeats. Use them.
All right. Adelaide, there goes the wheel. Yeah, 2 spins and we're done. So Tom, here are your questions and Oscars. What film won the most Oscars for films released in 2016?
Pretty sure I know this one.
5.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are, is it A, Arrival, B, Moonlight, C, Hacksaw Ridge, or D, La La Land?
Yeah, I should have trusted my instincts. D, La La Land.
That is correct for 1 point. Tom, your next question. Ran, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Topsy Turvy have all won what Oscar?
Best costumes.
That is correct for 2 points. Going to your next question. What film won Best Original Score for films released in 1939?
Another
5,
one that I feel pretty
4,
good about, but
3,
multiple choice.
2. Multiple choice options are: is it A, The Wizard of Oz, B, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, C, Stagecoach, or D, Gone with the Wind?
D, Gone with the Wind.
That is incorrect. Going over to Albert for the 1-point steal. Is it A, The Wizard of Oz, B, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, C, Stagecoach, or D, Gone with the Wind?
The Wizard of Oz.
That is correct for 1 point. Tying the game back up at 12. Tom, here's your next question. Who was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Steel Magnolias?
Sally Field.
That is incorrect. Going over to Albert for the 2-point steal.
Supporting. Who else is in that film? I think Dolly Parton is in that film. I'm gonna guess that Dolly Parton.
It's also incorrect. We're looking for Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts.
Huh.
So, Tom, here is your last question in Oscars. Billy Wilder has beat out what director twice for the Best Director Oscar? First in 1945, then in 1960.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, Alfred Hitchcock, B, Howard Hawks, C, Joseph L. Mankiewicz, or D, Otto Preminger?
A, Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock is correct for 1 point, taking the lead there. So with that, I have Tom here with 13. With that steal, Albert is at 12. So that going on to round number 3, which is our going around number 3, which is our pick your poison round, which both players have drafted from our list of general categories. They will now draft from those categories again to see what they'll answer here in round number 3. As many as 4 questions, worth 1, 2, 3, 4 points apiece. Once a category is selected, it cannot be picked or answered by their opponent. Here are the categories they drafted: comic book movies, sports, comedy, musicals, scores and soundtracks, 2000s, animated, and drama. Gonna have our players pick their categories and hopefully come back to finish this one out. All right, we're back. Players have selected their categories, and so what's going to happen. We will go until we are out of questions or one person has been mathematically eliminated. We will start with the player that is behind, which today is Albert. So, Albert, what would you like to take for your 1-point question?
Let's do sports.
You got it. All right. Here is your 1-pointer in the category of sports. What sports film features performances from Kevin Costner, Rene Russo, and Cheech Marin?
Mm,
5, 4, 3,
Field of Dreams.
1. That is incorrect. We're looking for Tin Cup. Tin Cup was the correct answer. So then we'll stick with you for your 2-pointer.
For 2-pointer, I'll do comedy.
Yeah. 2-pointer, category comedy. Adam Scott plays Will Ferrell's brother in what 2000s comedy?
Okay.
5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. All right, that is your first repeat. Your question again. Adam Scott plays Will Ferrell's brother in what 2000s comedy? Five, 4,
Step Brothers?
2. That is correct for 2 points. So with that, we'll go over to Tom. What would you like for your 1-point question?
I'll do animated.
Got it. Sure, 1-point question in animation. What kind of animal is Poe's adoptive father in Kung Fu Panda?
He's a goose. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. You tie it up, but you do have more questions, so we will stick with you. So what would you like for your 2-point question?
Yeah, I'll do drama.
You got it. Here's your 2-pointer. Category drama. What family member of Angus's is in a psychiatric hospital in The Holdovers?
His father.
That is correct for 2 points. So with that, Tom is now taking the lead 16-14. We'll go over to Albert for Albert's 3-point question.
Scores and soundtracks.
You got it. 3-pointer. Score and soundtracks. Just a reminder, you do have 2 more repeats.
Yes.
Name a film directed by Kenneth Branagh that was not composed by Patrick Doyle.
Oh, okay.
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
1. That is your second repeat. Your question again. Name a film directed by Kenneth Branagh that was not composed by Patrick Doyle.
Hmm.
Five, 4.
I'm gonna
3,
guess
2,
Hunting on Venice.
Can you repeat that?
Hunting on Venice.
That is incorrect, though. It was a haunting in Venice. A haunting in Venice. So with that, Albert, down to his last question is 4-pointer in comic book movies, which he needs to hit to stay in the game. So Albert, you also have 1 more repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your 4-pointer category of comic book movies. In Spider-Man 2, what is the name of the resource Dr. Octavius needs to run his fusion reactor?
Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
1. Mr. Fana, repeat your question again. In Spider-Man 2, what is the name of the resource Dr. Octavius needs to run his fusion reactor? Need both hands, Albert.
Sorry. Trilithium?
That and your winner, Tom Houseman. The correct answer was was tritium.
Tritium.
Tritium. So that throw everybody backstage for now. Yeah, this is a good match. Kind of went back and forth there a bit. Tom had built a bit of a lead round one. Was able to kind of do that, but Tom has been pretty good around number one. Honestly, I have a hard time really remembering the last time like he really kind of threw that. But we get into round two, and honestly, bit more of a dogfight once we got into there. Albert did okay in this category. Tom was able to get some steals. Tom had a few slip ups there as well, and like Albert was able to get some steals, kind of close the gap there in the middle, and it just kind of came down to round three, and Albert was really close on his 3 and 4. It was a couple different syllables, and we're going to Tom. We're probably potentially going to Tom's 3 and 4 pointer. So yeah, just really close there. Not much more to say about that. We'll go talk to Albert. Albert,
Hello.
played pretty well. Just a few close misses on those 3 and 4s. Just weren't able to send it back over to Tom. Though overall, how do you feel you played today?
Yeah, that was a close one. Great match by Tom. Tom played a hell of a match. There were some misses, obviously, throughout that whole game that I probably could have gotten. The everything everyone, the everything everywhere all at once question. I was like, it's one of the actors. I don't know if it's lead or supporting. I went to the wrong one. I believe that was round one. And the Julia Roberts, I didn't know she was supporting as well. So yeah. And that last 2 questions, was A Hunting in Venice the only answer, or is there other films?
Oh, sorry, no. All the answers were Belfast, A Haunting in Venice,
Belfast. Okay.
In the Bleak, Midwinter, Peter's Friends, and The Magic Flute. Those
Okay,
were all
I
the
probably
answers.
could have guessed Belfast. I was like, I think the most recent Poirot film was not composed, so let's go with that. But I couldn't remember the title, so that was on me. And the Spider-Man question, the whole time in my head, I was like, it's either tritium or trilithium. One of them is from Spider-Man. Another one is, I think, it's Star Trek or something else. I couldn't remember. I went with the wrong one. So yeah, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, this does bring you 3 and 6. I mean, we like having you around. Like having you around, probably
Thank
bring
you.
you back at some point. I don't know. Like, you want to play? I mean, we could probably bring Jack back. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna have like a huge problem with that. I mean, being honest with you.
What's Spence's record?
Spence is at he's at 500. Spence is at 500. I can't remember. It's like 10 and 10, something like that.
What if like I want revenge on Spence for betraying me? Can I call Spence out?
I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with that either. We'll see. We can make that happen for you, Albert.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you down the line. All right, bring your winner today, Tom Houseman, and his manager, Adelaide Spence. All right. Tom. Played pretty well throughout the match. Yeah.
It was a great
Go
match.
ahead.
I left some points on the table with those Oscars question. I always mix up Mystic Pizza and Steel Magnolias, so that's why I got the Julia Roberts one wrong. But it was a really good match, and those last 2 questions for Albert were so tough, and it was a preposition and an extra syllable is the difference. Brutal. But I'm saying this right now, Albert. When you play Spence, I will manage you.
That'd be so fun, actually. Have the hot horse in your corner, and maybe the result changes.
Oh yeah, I thought Tom was a hot horse.
Yeah, Tom's a hot horse.
Oh.
He's in Albert's corner.
Okay, never. I was getting confused. All right, never. I don't know, Tom. You're back up to 300. 300. Back up to 500. It puts you at 3 and 3. Is what I meant to say. I was looking at it, but and we'll throw. Listen, I don't know what things going. We'll throw you in another match. I don't know. You got. I don't know. You want to play Jack? You want to beat him?
I'm always happy to beat up on Jack. No, if I'm going to call anybody out, in that last tournament match when I lost to Mario and I missed my 3 and my 4 point question, I need revenge. So I'm calling out Mario. Sooner that happens, the better.
Okay. Yeah, so not a ton of people will call out Rue on this situation. All right. Anyway, congratulations again for coming. We will see both of you down the road. Yeah, they'll do it here for us here at Multiplex Movie Melee. Thank you everybody for coming by. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, our winner again, Tom. Thank you, our lone manager today, Adelaide Spence. And yeah, thank everybody here who keeps this thing going, keeps the show going, all the writers, editors, whoever. Making sure that we are bringing content to the people, you people, the people. And yeah, while we're doing that, just watch all of the other stuff. We got a lot of other stuff because we like just talking about movies and just media and stuff. I don't know if we're talking about sports. Probably won't happen. See you down the road. Oh, be well. That's my sign off. Be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.